Thoughts on the NWC 100K inflating prices and the non-game press coverage of it. Okay,
we were actually going to talk about this, so we can cover it briefly.
So this is what happened. So there's a couple NWC. There's actually 2 NWC carts that don't have a good label. One is like ripped entirely off for the most part, and the other one has Mario on it. They've gone for sale in the past, and I think they've usually gone for like the last time I saw one sell, maybe $2,500, like 6 years ago or whatever. So an NWC cart, it's a real one, put up for auction like a week ago. It was at this point. And it ended up at $100,000. Obviously, those were troll bids.
Fucking shill bids, yeah. Like
not shill, they were trolls.
Oh, trolls, okay.
It wasn't. It was a guy Nintendo age that he's taking a hit. He gets the money back. But
right, that's the thing. A lot of people have assumed that. I've had people come into the store who are like, "It's fake." I'm like, "No, it's not."
No,
like you can go find the history on this NWC. Like it's a real.
It's known as the Mario NWC cart because it's written
Mario
on it. I don't know why they ripped the label off. They just cost themselves thousands of dollars by doing that.
Right.
But the whole point was he put it back up for auction. I think it's at $65,000 right now, or best offer. But however, when that happened, a couple of profiteers and other people that had one in flip games, another person put their copy on and sold it almost immediately for $17,500. That was a confirmed sale. Before that, Howard Phillips' copy that he sold early last year, I believe, with a bunch of memorabilia and like Nintendo, like business cards and like folders of shit. Like that went for $17,500. So this went without all that crap for $17,500. So maybe that's the new benchmark. I don't know, but that's sold. So then after that happened, that got picked up by news outlets, BBC News, Yahoo News, and that always sucks. And it sucks because you get a bunch of scammers come out of the woodwork and a bunch of profiteers, and you find out who really is a true collector versus who wants to just get a quick profit too. At the same time, you want to make money, that's fine. But now out of the woodwork, a gold NWC cart came out of the woodwork. One I'd never seen before. Ooh. One missing its label as well. And at first I was like, that doesn't look good. His story was kind of weird. His story was like, well, if you know anything about it, they pasted these on so they can easily come off. I've never heard out of the 13 or so, and mine was the 13th one to be found, or at least come to surface. All of them have their labels,
right? And
they all look about the same with the shitty glue marks. Yeah. This one didn't have it; it was torn off. And from looking at it, it almost looked like there were smears of another label being torn off. But a few days later, he has pictures of it opened up with the ROM board there. It's a real ROM board. So let's some fancy photoshopping. It's there. However, that one's bid up to $100,000 as well. Again, totally trolls bidding, talking to each other. So it's a shame because a gold hasn't been sold on eBay. I don't think in years. No. There was a couple of private sales. JJ Games, who actually I think sold today the PowerFest 94 cart, which there are 2 in existence. The Super Nintendo one, which are a big ROM board.
Yeah.
I think it's sold. I don't know. I can check, but. He had a golden NWC card. I think he might have sold for $18,000 or $20,000 a few years ago, but that was a private sale. This gold one, unfortunately, a bunch of shill bidding. Who knows what it's worth? I don't know what the benchmark is, but it's going to be a lot of money because there's a craze right now. I got interviewed for menshealth.com recently about all the NWC stuff. There's an article online. So yeah, there's just some weird stuff. This happens in waves. It happened with already 4 years ago with stadium events. When it was found, it was 4 years ago, February, and that was bad because a bunch of scammers came out on Craigslist looking for one.
I know it's a quick fluff piece for like major news outlets to comment on this, and it is. It's amusing to see these things becoming worth money, but it just brings out the worst freaking people.
It does. It brings out some scammers, or some people just want to try to take people for a ride, or like I said, it tells you who's really trying to profiteer, and who's really a collector.